My name is Jason Harris, and I am a field application specialist at STEMCELL Technologies. I'm a McGill alum. I did my bachelor's and master's in McGill chemistry.
What lab were you part of when you were at McGill, and when did you graduate?
So I was in the Tony Mittermaier lab in the pulp and paper building, and I graduated fall 2015, if I remember correctly. It's been a bit.
Cool. Could you give us a brief introduction of your research?
We were looking at a intrinsically disordered protein using NMR. And I was collaborating with a lab in the biology group where we wanted to link the molecular motion of the protein to the cellular function.
After your bachelor's at McGill, why did you choose McGill to continue your graduate studies?
I'm born in Montreal, grew up in Montreal, so it's my hometown. I love it. I miss the food so much. So it was an easy choice to stay in the city, and I chose McGill because of the reputation and the professors and just the facilities as well.
What opportunities did you participate in when you're at McGill? And in retrospect, how much do they help you in your current position?
Things that I was involved in my graduate career that really helped or is helping me currently is just with my project, we were able to explore a bunch of different analytical techniques. Having that experience in all of these analytical techniques has really helped me when I go into different customer labs and they're doing all different experiments. I'll have some introduction to it at least.
What do you do right after you graduate from McGill?
So this is my first job after graduating. So I went straight from getting my master's into my current role.
How did you get to your current position?
Looking back onto it, it's a combination of luck and curiosity. I think just being so into science really helped. Since my current role, I'm focused on lab automation, and interviewing with this company, I was really curious about how it was done. And so I asked a lot of questions, and that I was told later had a big impact. But the luck aspect was basically coming into different end of the country with no contacts or network here. So that was where I really lucked out.
Were there any times you feel like you don't know what to do after grad school?
Oh, all the time. I'd say for me, it's not knowing what to do. I just went into grad school because I really like science. I thought it was really cool, and that's one of the reasons why I went into the Tony Mittermaier's lab, is because for me, that was the coolest project. And I loved it, and I thought it was amazing. But afterwards, it was trying to find something that I enjoyed. And the job that I'm in now is something that allowed me to try out a bunch of different things. Since I do get to travel, get to go to many different labs, get to look at a bunch of different science, still have a foot in the lab, so I can do some work every now and then. And then I'm also collaborating with the different departments, such as like marketing, sales, process development. So a bunch of different departments. So I get to see a little bit of everything. So I don't even know if right now I'm still clear on what I want to do.
What skills have been vital to bring you to the current position of your career?
I'd say for me, the skill that I found to be the most impactful in my current position is empathy. For me, it's finding what's important to the potential customer or scientists that we're trying to help out, and really find what's important to them and what really impacts them. And really understanding, just when somebody's having a good day or a bad day. We've been there. We've all had good days and bad days in the lab. So just being able to relate and help them out.
What piece of advice do you have for graduate students who are seeking jobs outside of academia?
Thinking back on it, what I wish I would have done is just talk to people outside of grad school. Like all of my friends and even some of my family were in grad school, so it was a very closed bubble. So I really wish I would have talked to people outside of grad school to see what their experiences were, what their day-to-day was like. So that is something that I wish I would have done, and it also makes finding a job easier when you have that connection.
If you could go back in time and give one piece of advice to your graduate student self, what would it be?
I knew I was an introvert, and I thought that it meant that I didn't like talking to people, but I know now it's just I like talking about what they're passionate in. So if there was one thing I could go back and tell my past self, was that you do actually like talking to people. You just need to find the subject that they're passionate about, and then you'll have a better time talking to people.
Thank you for the great interview, Jason. Looking forward to seeing you at the conference.
Thank you so much. That was fun.